אהלן חבר'ה, אלכס סולקן, והאיש שיושב כאן אצלי, לא סתם איש, אלא גבר, שמו קאוואדלו, בחור מאוד מאוד מפורסם בעולם של קליסתניקס, לא רק בגלל שהוא מאוד מוכשר בכל הקטע הזה, אלא גם שהוא מאמן, פשוט מאמן. אז בואו נשאל אותו כמה שאלות על קליסתניקס, על גמישות ועוד כמה דברים. So, Al, thank you so much for the interview, appreciate it. So you are like one of the go-to guys for calisthenics. What makes calisthenics so unique as a training modality?
Well, thanks very much for having me here. Calisthenics is really a very simple form of exercise. You're just using your own body weight and very minimal equipment to get strong and lean and mobile. And what I love about calisthenics is it kind of puts the little guys on a level playing field with the big boys. You know, guys like you and me are never going to be the biggest guy in the gym. We're never going to lift the most weight, but we can be the strongest pound for pound.
Absolutely.
And that's where calisthenics comes in, because it's all about moving your own body weight. So you've got to be strong relative to your size.
Now, you've got a really great book, Pushing the Limits, as well as Raising the Bar, that goes over a lot of some of the basic calisthenics exercises. And tell us a little bit about the book and what the idea is behind it.
Well, my book, Raising the Bar, is all about exercises that you can do with just a pull-up bar. And people are sometimes amazed at how much there is you can do beyond pull-ups with just a pull-up bar. I've got over 100 different exercises in that book. They're all basically variations on pull-ups and dips and knee raises and muscle-ups, but then even within that, there's a lot of different ways to break it down. Pushing the Limits takes the minimalism thing even a step further. It's all about workouts that require no equipment at all, just the floor beneath your feet. And like I always say, if you don't have a floor, you've got bigger problems.
So you make a very good point about moving your own body. What sort of mobility requirements are there? How do you work with those to get to that point?
You know, I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of the time you get guys in shape where they're really strong throughout a very small, limited range of motion, and it's not the most functional strength. So what I love about calisthenics is exercises like back bridges and pistol squats and elbow levers will make you really strong, but there's also a requisite mobility required to do them well. So they can kind of be active stretches in addition to strength moves. And having said that, sometimes people require supplemental flexibility work before they can even begin approaching a move like a back bridge or a pistol squat. And I've got a new book coming out that's all about how people can improve their mobility, specifically towards calisthenics training.
So give us an example then of some of the ideas behind that. Like, how do you increase the range of motion in which you're strong and do it safely?
Well, you know, a lot of calisthenics exercises, like I mentioned, like something like a pistol squat, you've got to have good flexibility in the hamstring to keep the extended leg out there. You've got to have good flexibility in your hip to get down into the deep squat on the squatting leg. So sometimes those are limiting factors. And I'm actually a big proponent of static stretching and active stretching. So using one set of muscles to stretch against another tight set of muscles. And a lot of the stretching that I do comes out of yoga, which is really just another style of body weight training. So people sometimes think yoga is this really different thing from calisthenics, but the two disciplines are so closely intertwined. And that's something that I'm trying to demonstrate with this next book, which is called Stretching Your Boundaries, Flexibility Training for Extreme Calisthenic Strength.
So when can people look forward to buying it?
The book will be out on January 27th on Dragon Door Publications. By the time this video airs, that date may have already passed. So there might be a link right down there in the description right now that you can click.
You might want to click it now, actually, because it's definitely there. So please check out in the description, click the link, check out his new book, and where else can they find you online?
If people want to find me, I'm all over Facebook and Twitter, and I've got a website. I'm really Googleable because I have a unique name, Al Kavadlo. I think I'm the only Al Kavadlo in the world. It's Kavadlo, so if you Google me, you'll find me, and you might not even need to put in the whole name, because as soon as you put in Al space Kava, I think it's already going to know who you're looking for.
So he's Googleable. Take advantage of that. Look him up. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Alex.
I appreciate it.
Right on.